Yeah,
everybody.
how you
I
all
just realized
doing?
that Diego and I are wearing black t-shirts, like we're the black t-shirt gang,
Yeah,
something
this
like
is
that.
the way. This is the way to do. This is the way to do it. I started this. You know that.
Really? I mean,
Yeah, I'm always wearing black or dark blue or stuff like that.
your moody
So
disposition.
yeah, I mean it just fits well my skin color. My palette. How do I say that palette? My color palette.
Palette.
Palette. Yeah, my color palette. No, palette should be the wood stuff you use to bring
It is
stuff
a
on.
palette as well. They're all
It's a
palettes
palette
because
as well.
they're flat
Yeah.
surfaces. So
Ah,
it's the tongue is your palette, your color palette. Like
okay.
it's like, yeah,
Okay, makes
that
sense.
works.
Makes more
Kind of makes
sense
sense.
now.
It makes
Yeah.
more sense. It doesn't make sense. It just makes more.
No. Yes. So
All right. So
basically we're
you're
back to
gonna
where
do it?
we are.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you want to start? That I cannot show you my. Uh, I'm I'm ashamed to show my profit and loss now. I was doing well. I'm not anymore.
We all went. We all closed last week pretty good. It was like nice. We had a strategy, different strategies, but we had a strategy.
I mean, the strategy, looking back now, the strategy was correct. It was just a matter of timing. Because on Thursday and Friday last week, we were around $112. That was roughly that. And I believed that we wouldn't cross that. And that's when I placed my orders. And then, bam, Jerome Powell gave a speech and Bitcoin went to the high was 117. But now we are back to 111, which is way closer to where we were. So the strategy was correct. The prediction was correct. It was just a matter of wrong timing. Did like a
Aren't you
wave.
right if you're not on time? I mean, I don't
The
think you can
outcome.
call it right. Yeah, no, yeah, it was right, but I lost. Well, how are you
Wrong
right? That's the point.
time.
How do you right? How are you right when you lose? My P&L, I'll show you my profit and loss just now. So I was up maybe like $15 last week. I think it was. Maybe it was 11 because it was about $15. Um, and if you look at my month, this is when I started. Read it all the time. This is when I started and I lost, and then I started to win because I was betting small amounts on in short windows. Right, I wasn't waiting for things to happen,
Mhm, mhm.
and then I'd lost all this, and I was like, okay, let's start using something that does better technical analysis than me, which isn't hard, frankly. So I used ChatGPT with Wolfram, and it was giving me some good stuff because there wasn't that much going on last week. And I was also using, we were talking about this earlier, but like we need to get a paid account on TradingView. I
Trading
use it,
View.
but I haven't had a paid account for a couple of years because you're missing like really important right now time windows. So I was actually making money on data that wasn't live, which I think is pretty amazing. But because the
Hmm.
market has more momentum around it right now, that's not possible, I don't think. Maybe it is if you extend the time window, maybe. But right now, I want small incremental wins on a kind of like daily or an hourly
Hmm.
basis. If we just go back to this, I'll just zoom in. Can I zoom in? How's that? Yeah, that's
It,
much
it,
better.
it, it
So I
just
lost, and
showed.
then I used that strategy, right? And I got up to
Hmm.
here, right? And then this morning I woke up, wasn't feeling right. This is a discipline thing, right? Like this is a discipline thing traders talk about. I
So
wasn't
don't
feeling
be
right.
greedy.
Left it
Don't be
because my
greedy,
brain,
man.
it wasn't even greedy. I was just like, okay, like, let's test this, right? Let's see if I have confidence in my strategy. But it's a different day and a different week, and things are different. And I should have did a few more predictions like on ice before I actually put it into the fire. And I threw $20 on an up to win like $25. So it was like going for it anyway. And then the market reversed and fucked me. And
Yes.
I have less money than I had when I started. So now I need to do more small incremental wins to get back to even and then start the journey up the hill again. And if we go away, we'll probably get a paid trading view account and I'll just go back to my strategy and I just wonder if it worked. Because this week and now it seems like the momentum's definitely different from last week. And it seems a lot more volatile, right? But as you
I
can
can.
see, I've just been trading crypto. I'm not doing any of the other shit right now.
I need to interrupt you right now because I just found the perfect gift to give you.
This is
That's
true.
it. That's it.
This is true. At
That's it.
one point of the day, crypto will
This
fuck you.
is how I feel right now as
Yeah,
well.
it's about right. It's about right. Um, but yeah, I mean, we at times like I was posting on Twitter account like I was in God mode. I was up like 150%. And people are
Yeah,
like, "Oh, it's only $1."
but that's the point. That's what people ignore. It's not about the exactly number. It's the percentage of how much
Yeah,
profit you can make.
it's like
So
you're. I'm not
if
going to get
you,
rich on dollar bets. No, I'm not trying to get
yeah,
rich on dollar bets. I'm having
yeah,
fun. Like I'm playing around with it, and I'm testing
that,
myself and testing my ideas. And you can't
exactly.
do that
That's
on like $100 bets because you'll fucking be poor.
yeah.
I saw this
And okay,
post, and I think it was
this
like
is. Go
I
ahead.
saw
Go
this
ahead,
post, and
please.
it was like, oh, to get to $1 million is only like five, no, not five, like 11 flips or something like that. And I'm just
Mm-hmm.
like, yeah, all right. So like you can, the person that can do a double on every bet and
Mm-hmm.
not go down in the process between those doubles, like they're special. I'm not that special, like
That's the
that's
thing.
like
So that's
that's
the
leading
stupid.
the cows to the slaughter by telling them that they think people don't
Yes.
know think they can just go throw a $500 bet on it and then double that again and double that again and double that again.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Getting to
So
that stage where you understand what to double and
that's the
when to
stupid
bet is
thing that
really
that
fun.
most people don't get right. So if you're already rich, okay, so basically don't pay attention to how much money you can make. That's easy. Pay attention to how much money you can lose. Because okay, I mean in theory you can double your money every time. But if that's everything that you have, if you lose once, you lost it all. So you
Yeah,
need to manage risk. That's the thing that people
exactly.
usually ignore. So they follow these influencers on YouTube, on Twitter, or whatever, and they only see the winnings. But the thing is, how much are you risking for that winning? How much of your capital, how much of your net worth? If you put in everything on any position, believing that you're going to have a kind of a 11 times the strike to a million, that's crazy. This is
Yeah.
why small winnings, a small part of your capital, you need to manage risks because most of the times you will get it wrong. So you need to put
Yeah.
that until you get a perfect strategy. Not perfect, but a strategy that makes you lose less than you win.
Yeah, but the strategy changes all the time. Like maybe like one or
Yeah.
2% of people in the world are good at day trading. The rest of you are just like playing with chance. And
Mm-hmm.
it's
Mm-hmm.
like and yeah, okay, you might earn slightly more than you win, but like for the risk, you're better just having a fucking job and then
Mm-hmm.
betting on. So this is not financial advice, but in my mind, it's just like, well, I might as well have a job and then and speculate longer term on assets that I'm not those going to go up. I'll probably have more success.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, like getting like if I become good at daily and hourly crypto spot markets, that'll be fun, right? Like that'll be fucking funny, right? If I can make
Yeah.
like, imagine if I made like 50, $100 a day, just mucking around, like placing two or three bets. But like when you were talking about like systems or strategies, like those strategies that people have, they're making money. They end, right? Because other people might
Yeah.
notice them, or something might change. It makes them not work. So you like to be really good. You need to be changing your strategy
Mm-hmm.
all the time. And you like while your strategy's winning, you're probably also going to have to be looking for what another strategy is to take up for that one. And then like when
Mm-hmm.
your strategy stops working, you're going to have the discipline to stop using it until you
Mm-hmm.
figure out the next one. So that's why
Yeah.
I'm like all dollar bet, right? Like I'm all like, oh, $1, $2. I can afford to lose this right now without like damaging the pot too much until
Mm-hmm.
I get
Mm-hmm.
something that I'm like a format that I'm comfortable with. But
Yeah.
it'll be
And
interesting when we like get the live trading view data to see how my strategy holds up on the hourlies.
we are going to get one of that for you today. Don't worry, man. You deserve that.
Let's see, I'll find them
And
there.
something that so exactly about this strategy. It's interesting that there's a lot of people selling courses on how to trade. Okay, I mean, if you don't know anything, it makes sense to take some classes to learn that. But don't try to replicate someone else's strategy. And I see a lot of people with thousands of followers on Twitter sharing their strategies. Dude, when they share a strategy, they are already doing something
They're
else.
debunked. If you've told them that, it's
Exactly.
over.
Exactly. Because if everybody is doing the same strategy, that doesn't work anymore. It's just like that. So if
There's
someone
some,
is teaching you how to use this or that strategy, it means that that strategy doesn't work.
yeah,
Probably someone else is profiting or taking some benefit from everybody else using that strategy.
yeah.
That's easy as
And
that.
I yeah, so there's some interesting trading groups, but you need to pay money for them, right? Like, and
Hmm.
they will sit and do live streams and they will trade live with you and tell you what to do. And I know people that use that and they do okay, right? But
Hmm.
again, it's risky because they're trading like the minute candles, right? And they're like, I'll put
Hmm.
one up here, I'll put one down here, I'll put one up here, I'll put one down here, and I'm just like, oh my god, like I can't deal with the stress of that. I'm a set it and forget it guy. So like once I make my market, I'll leave it alone. I'll come back and check it
Hmm.
depending on when the window is closed, but I'll just leave it alone and come back to it later.
Hmm.
Because it's too stressful otherwise. It's just like
So this
for
is
me.
this is what I'm about to ask you. When you open your positions on Polymarket, you don't close them before the resolution.
I do like I think it was Friday I had a market open and it was like 90%. I was like, fuck it, I'm taking profit. I'm just like, I don't need the couple of cents. It's Friday, let's have it open. So yeah, it depends where my bag is, right? So
Hmm.
now that my bag's down, I'm probably going to keep taking profit all the time.
Hmm.
Right? Like every like as soon as it's up enough to make a difference to my bag, I'll take the profit because I need to
Hmm.
rebuild what I've lost. And as it goes on, I might, and then once I recover and make a couple of like incremental increases, I'll probably then go back
Hmm.
to the putting on low bets and just leaving them to expire fully because I'm not trying to recover what I've lost.
And,
But I
and,
have no
and
idea if this is how traders or anything like that think. This is just like the way I manage risk in my head. Because I'm not like a full risk on sort of character.
Yeah, yeah. And this brings me something really important to be told in my mind. So that's the thing about, so when prediction markets, we are talking about trading, but we are obviously talking about prediction markets, and there is something special about prediction markets that's different from trading. So the upside on prediction markets, so it's easier. I think it's way easier to understand prediction markets and possible outcomes, but the upside is kind of limited when you compare to traditional markets,
Yeah.
because there's no limit price for a token. I mean, whatever token or meme coin or whatever you're buying,
Yeah.
it can go to anywhere, but it's more likely to go to zero. I mean,
Yeah.
we have
It's
proofs
like
of
you're
that.
looking at a 1x, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
That's a max, right? The max I think you can take is if I'm right. I think I'm right in that. The 1x, the max you can take from a prediction market is a 1x because it
If,
can go to a
if,
dollar or it
if
can go
it
to
starts to
zero and it
50, if it
starts at
starts to,
50 cents.
but that's the thing. If it's going to, let's say if it's going to 10 cents, so what are the probabilities of this event? Okay, it's 10%, so you buy the token for 10 cents, but you can get what? It's 1x to 20, it's 2x to 40, it's 3x to 80, it's
Yeah.
three and a half, let's say.
If, that's if you're going in a direction that's
If you buy
unprobable, right?
low,
Like you
improbable,
really
yeah.
need to work on the. I think you need to be highly skilled to be able to identify something that looks like it's
Of
about to do a major
course,
reversal,
of
right? Like,
course,
and
but
I'm not there. Like, I've had a couple of reversals go in my direction, like, oh fuck, like I bought it close, and then it's went the other
mhm.
way, and I was like, shit, and then like you see it in the comments in Polymarket, you see these guys, and they're just like, oh my god, 1 minute to go, what the fuck? And you're just like,
It's
yeah,
exactly
man,
what
you lost your whole
happened.
bag in that minute. How does that
It's
feel?
exactly
Fucking
what
terrible.
happened Friday. It was exactly what happened on Friday with Jerome Powell's speech.
So this is a good segue, right?
Exactly. So that's a good example. But that makes my case about taking small winnings. I
Yeah.
mean, is not, you don't need to make home runs. Make
Yeah,
small winnings.
it's like, you know, always the boxer Chris Eubank has a really I find it a very entertaining like channel, because he's like, he was a boss, he was a fucking incredible boxer, right? And somebody, he has like, basically you can WhatsApp him a message and he'll answer it on his YouTube channel, right? So it's like lots of his fans, lots of boxer enthusiasts like asking him questions, and they're just like headshots or body shots, and he was like, body shots all day, because that will just knock them down. It's the same thing as like, it's the same sort of mentality. It's like the body shots is taking profit. He's like, oh, get him in the ribs. And I'm not trying to knock him out in one go, right? I'm not like getting in there. It's just like, I just want to work him till he's tired, and then I'll floor him. It's just like that. If you have that mentality, you could, I think you're more likely to win, maybe, unless you take the approach that we were talking about last week, where it's just like, it's a coin flip and you don't really know what you're doing. And half the time, but like, what I don't know is like, okay, you could do it 100 times, but it's probably not 50-50, right? It's probably 1 in X number. So, or 5 in 10, which isn't 50-50, right? So it's how many times do you need to flip it to get the 50-50 out of it, and how much cash do you require to win? And I guess that's like what a lot of people do with meme coins, right? Like they buy a little bit of loads of meme coins and they just wait for one of them to pump.
It seems so. It's just like VC strategy, as we talked the other day. I mean, you can put like $100 in 100 projects.
Yeah.
If some of them got a lot of success, that makes everything back from your losses.
Yeah.
Basically. So, but I mean, that is just like playing the roulette. If you go to a casino and you play the roulette, there are some chances for you to winning. That makes a good strategy to put everything in with only one number? I don't think so. This is why you take small positions, you take small profits. But
I know somebody does spread betting at the roulette table. I don't fucking fully understand it. So because I'm lazy and I don't want to learn, I just go red or black. He always went, like, he tends to do that at the beginning, and then like he runs in, he does it. He makes lots of cash from that, but then he goes and fucks it away on other games, and he ends up. So it's just like, again, take profit.
That's life. Let's chat about that. I was up last week, and then I got greedy. I opened two big positions, and now I'm losing.
Like you and I both did that this morning. I can maybe take like $8 out of this market. It looks like it's definitely going that way. The technical analysis says that, or my muted technical analysis says that. But let's talk about that Jerome Powell thing. So last Thursday we were talking about how Morgan Stanley was out there. Was it JP Morgan or Morgan Stanley?
JP Morgan.
We're out there saying, "Oh, no rate cuts till the end, like this year," right? And they were a pundit saying that shit, because clearly they either believed it or they wanted to just put a bit of noise out into the community. Then literally, and Polymarket was not in belief of that. I think it was like 90% rate cut, which then it did drop to like 60%, but that's still like going in the direction of a rate cut. Then Powell announced the job numbers weren't good and wants to make a cut, right? Like, how, given the size of JP Morgan and the information that they have and how connected they are and how the whispers must spread through those corridors, like there's people at JP Morgan that literally know these people, right? And I'm not saying that they would practice insider trading, right? But like, there must be whispers, right? How did they call? Like, they had no downside to calling that, and it was fucking wrong. And everybody in Polymarket was like, "This is fucking wrong." Trump has literally got a gun at Powell. Like, okay, he's got a metaphorical gun. He's not. He's got a Trump gun. Boom! Trump. Right? He wanted rid of the guy if he didn't make rate cuts.
Yeah.
And then the job numbers came in and blah blah blah. Right?
Yeah.
But it's back to like, the pundits are getting harder and harder to believe because you don't know their motivations. Whereas at least on prediction markets, you know their motivation is, I want to make money.
You want to make money.
I'm not going to.
You have skin in the
wrong direction.
Yes, exactly.
So
but basically, there's when you go to Morgan Stanley or JP Morgan, there's their privacy policy or somewhere else something written. This is not financial advice. Probably that is. This is just information, or we're doing this just for fun.
you do it as you
Yeah,
like. No rate
prob-
cuts. Well, they're a big bank. We
exactly.
should believe them, right? Like,
Exactly. I mean, if you cannot believe in the banks when they're talking about money, who the fuck you're going to
no,
believe?
I don't think we
Yes.
should ever believe in the banks when they talk about money.
No.
Let's jump on a Polymarket and see what's going on in there just now.
Great
One of
guys.
one of the team. I'll talk to you live now because I don't think we spoke about this, but one of the guys in the team was saying that we should start showing people like what we've got as a product right now, even though like we've got little bits that don't work right now. And I think that's probably a good idea, right? Like we can show them the interfaces, we can get feedback from the interfaces from people like joining this. I think we might start that in the next few days. So here we are. What's interesting here? What do you think's interesting?
So
I don't
actually,
want to go into the Russia-Ukraine thing. We
no,
covered that last
no.
week, and I think Polymarket does represent really what it is, right, as it stands, until Zelensky and Trump actually meet. Zelensky and Putin actually meet each other.
So I think it's a natural follow up the Fed decision in September.
Yeah. So it
So
looks like it's 81%, right? 25% basis.
25. I would say that makes more sense. 25.
Yeah.
It
They're not
seems
going to
so
go
because
heavy. They're going to go
exactly. It
consistent.
never is abruptly for both
Yeah.
sides. I mean, the only thing that goes abruptly down, up or down, is Bitcoin and your favorite meme coin. But I mean,
Yeah.
Fed, no, it always moves. It has been moving in the past few years, 25 beats for up or down, slowly, because they need to show some confidence to investors in general. There
Yeah.
is no abrupt change in the economy. That's the thing, mostly
And
in my
they're trying to
opinion.
take the pressure off of businesses with their loans and people with their mortgages and stuff like that. So
Yes, yes,
it'll be
yes.
like I think Trump wants it down at like 1% or something like that, which would be. Can you imagine if it did that overnight? That'd be crazy. Imagine the money
Yeah,
supply that would just enter crypto like
yeah,
print. I think we would just
yes,
all get
Bitcoin.
print tattooed on our chest if that happened. Print
Yeah.
life.
I wish yeah, I don't know. I wish we had the dollar checks again. Remember when COVID arrived? Everybody was getting their checks. How much was that? Like 300 to $2,000?
I don't
How
know.
much was that? I don't know.
I
I
think it was
didn't
like
get it.
$2,000 or something like that in the US.
I didn't get one. Dude, that was crazy.
What else is interesting? No crypto.
Of course.
I think this is quite
Dude, I
interesting,
want
right?
to go
Because
crypto. I want to go
you want to
crypto.
go crypto. I
And,
was just going to go to this
and,
because
and if you're watching us, let us know. Where are we going from here? Down or up? Oh, the Bitcoin is just under $111. I have a position open that Bitcoin will not go under $100,000 until the end of the year.
okay, I don't think it will go down below $100,000. If it does, it wicks down and comes back. I don't.
Yeah, but I mean,
I think we're going to have problems if we break 100K downwards. I think that's it. The market was 123K, but I don't believe that. I feel like there's just so much fucking institutional momentum. Like it's Sailor that's going to this out.
it is, but we
So,
just lost 7,000K like in
ah,
40 hours. 7,000. If you lose
fucking
7,000 more,
5-6 years ago, Bitcoin had 40% swings hour by hour, and everybody was like, "Yeah, it's all right." Now people like lose 5% and shit themselves.
yeah,
It's
I
ridiculous.
know. But it's people. But
It's
it's
crazy. It's
people.
like, oh,
But okay, the Spotify artists. No, we both like music, right? Unfortunately, I don't know these new people anymore. I mean, Bad Bunny
no,
is
because I'm
pretty.
old.
Bad
Bad
Bunny is
Bunny. I
pretty.
don't know who that is. Bruno
It's good.
Mars. Wasn't a
Bruno
fan. Is he
Mars.
good?
No, Bad Bunny is really good. Yeah.
Drake's not even got a percentage. Drake's dead, man. They killed him.
I never like him.
Eminem,
Eminem.
poor Eminem's.
If Eminem launches a single,
That
Ed Sheeran,
guy's on
no.
an infinite tour, and he's
Is
going to
is
get
he
1%.
is he from Scotland?
No,
No.
he's not. He's English. Apparently, he's a really nice guy.
So we don't like
In
him.
real life, like he looks after his team. Like I know something. I've got friends at work, and
Uh,
concerts, like big concerts, and they were
I'm
working on
I'm,
his, and he took care of them real nice.
I
Like
am
no
your
money and
only
stuff like
friend.
that. He did stuff.
I am your only friend at work, man.
Oh, yes.
Billie Eilish. Go back to Billie. I'm gonna be canceled, but dude, I don't see what people
Who?
get in Billie Eilish. Billie Eilish. See that person who
This guy?
go back. No, go back
Who?
to Spotify.
Oh,
Spotify market. If you listen to us and if you like Billie Eilish, please just tell me why.
I don't
Why do
even
you
know
like
who it
Billie
is.
Eilish? I don't know. Nobody should know who Billie Eilish is because there's no
I think
reason to.
nobody should know who Bad Bunny is, but that's probably
No,
because
Bad Bunny is pretty
comparison.
cool. Bad Bunny
Yeah,
is
cool,
pretty
okay.
cool.
See, you're still young enough to care about these things.
Yes.
Um,
Second night.
I really want the alien. See, these are the ones that I like, right? I like fun ones like this.
Mm-hmm.
These are the all-time ones.
Oh, but this one is pretty interesting. Take a read at the rules. I was checking this market. It's really tricky. It's really tricky. See,
Any
this market.
member of the Cabinet of the United States, any member of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, or any U.S. federal agency definitively states, no, that's pretty straightforward. That basically covers all the decision-making levels of U.S. government. So, for example, give me a second. I don't know if you can hear what's going on in the background. I'm going to go mute my mic and make it go away.
Okay, but basically, this is an interesting. I mean, I don't think we are going to see this happening at all. But this is a kind of an interesting
You don't see this
market.
happening at all.
I don't see this
Oh, by
happening
this year, no, but like I
by
definitely
this
see it
year.
happening at some
By
point.
this year, in some points, I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't
definitely.
know.
Look, we got Velcro from the aliens. Don't tell me we didn't get Velcro
We
from
got
the aliens.
Velcro?
Yeah, that's what they
Really?
say. I don't know who they are,
Who they?
but
Who
they
they
got
say?
it into my ears, and maybe they came in my dreams and they told me, and they were just like, "Yo,
Why did
we
they
gave you Velcro."
Why did they give us Velcro and not the other ones?
Well, Velcro is the only thing that zips. Maybe I don't think they gave us zips.
Yeah.
They're just a bit too.
No.
They're not very. I mean, you can see it with your eyes. Velcro is very tricky.
When I go when I see zips and I see YYZ, that shit is alien, man. You know what I'm talking about? YYZ. Every fucking zip in the world has that
Yeah,
thing.
it's because it's the brand. They're the guys that invented it. They invented those things.
If you had aliens invented Lego,
I don't get the Mr.
fall
Beast
for
thing.
that.
I don't get the Mr. Beast thing.
The Mr. Beast. That's
500 million
that's.
subscribers.
I just saw the other day someone saying they was posting a message from a photo of Mr. Beast and say, "Dude, when the bad shit about this guy comes out, it will be huge." I don't get him. Why? I mean, he just became really big because he was just giving money for people.
No,
I mean,
he's been big for years. He's been around for he's been doing this since he was a kid.
No, I'm kind of asking, but I mean, how?
Yeah, he's been doing it. He's been doing it for years. He's just like there's loads of like super rich YouTubers that we don't know who they are, right? But like they're in America and they have massive audiences and been doing it since they've been a little kid. Even in the UK, there was a guy called KSI. I don't follow him at all. But he was a little kid when he started, and now he's got loads of cash and like a huge audience. And he's released like rap albums. He's done boxing fights. They just do all these things.
The one that I really like is Marquise Brownlee, MKBHD. He talks about tech. That one is pretty good, and it's interesting that you can see.
Not entertaining though. It's not entertainment. These other guys are doing entertainment.
It's kind of entertaining. It is.
I think this one's good. This is an interesting one, right? So like Cracker Barrel, the American brand, restaurant brands, I think it is.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's cheese, but then it might be the same company. But they rebranded. A lot of people hate it, and I don't think. I
saw that last week. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I don't think the CEO will go, right? Because nobody else will think the CEO will go. It's like, does it materially affect quarter-on-quarter profits, right?
That's way more important.
Put people off, and they're just like, I'm not fucking going there anymore. That's the market. This is not a good market. Like, you can get quarterly earnings or like earnings in general, really easy information to get, and really hard. It's like a long-term market. Like I don't think this was a good market for it. There's a volume. It's new. It's
Yeah,
a new market. No
it
volume
is.
on it
It
yet.
is new. It is new because it started last week. I mean,
But it
all
doesn't have
this
any
this,
volume.
this
I'll just show
conversation
you.
started last week. Yeah, we don't. No, there's not a lot of interest in this market at all.
Oh, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Let's see the nose. The nose is where it is, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's not there, right? There's
So
not
it's
a lot.
it's $1,500. Yes. But that's kind of tricky. I mean, to check balances for this because the balances for the end of the year usually they are going to be released only at the beginning of next year. So we
Yeah,
actually don't know. I mean, basically we are going to see the balance in of in October, November, but it will be from this quarter that we are right now, and it takes part of the profits from before the rebranding.
yeah,
So
yeah. But
that's
if
the
it's
thing.
really a massive headache, as everybody on Twitter is complaining about, then you will see a dip, like a real dip. But I don't think you're going to
Mhm.
see it, and I don't think the CEO is going anywhere.
Yeah, just because of that. Yeah, it seems too much for me. It actually seems too much for
Another one
me.
of my favorite ones. How's Jesus doing? Jesus is not coming back. For anybody that hasn't seen this market, it's great. This is the sort of stuff I want to see in Groovy. Lots and lots of this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
The market. So the second coming of Christ the curse, but we don't define what that is, but it can be many different things.
Yeah, exactly.
Um,
What does it mean? Is it a physical event? Is it a spiritual
is it an
collective
eternal?
event?
Yes, yes.
How do we measure that? Yeah, that's really a really open question.
Yeah, interesting. Loads of trading volume, almost $1 million.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man.
I presume it was opened at the beginning of the year, but yeah, lots of fun there. And I
So
think
very
that's kind of it. I don't know if there's much looking
But
into other
depending,
things like
if you go back there, just a second, just to show you something. So depending on
to
the
where
part of
the
the
Jesus
world,
one.
to the Jesus one, yeah. Depending on the part of the world where you are. So imagine you have right now a lot of money. You can just buy no, and you still can get 1.5% in what 3 months?
If you buy no,
Yes.
oh, if you buy it and then like exit it, but I don't think anybody's buying anything else in this market.
No, but I mean, if you buy no and if you wait for the resolution, and in case Jesus don't come, dude, you can make
Yeah,
one and a
that's
half
true.
percent
Yeah, that's true.
basically. I
That's true.
mean, mostly
Doing
no
nothing.
risk in 3 months. It's not bad. It's not
That's
bad.
not bad. Nothing that. Yeah,
Depending
that's
on where
true.
you are, depending on what is the yield rate
Yeah,
and where you are, is not bad,
yeah.
right?
All right.
Unless you actually believe that Jesus is coming back
Yeah, and then you're
this
going
year,
to.
this year at least.
All right.
Okay,
Let's
guys.
wrap this up. And to all the people who have viewed, we are still working on the format. Just let us know what you think. You can hit us in the DMs. You can
Send us DM. Let us comment.
reply on the thread,
Yes.
whatever, or
Yeah. Yeah.
comment
Yeah.
wherever you are watching. We had somebody watching from Rumble because we're on Rumble, we're on YouTube, we're on Twitter, and
Yes.
yeah, this will get more structured. We're going to start introducing. So we have a newsletter. So if you want to, let me just see if I can pump this up right now. I'm going to use the.
Yeah. If you
Let
just
me, let me
type
see if I can just
the daily
pick
prediction,
this up.
check the daily prediction. So we are highlighting the top prediction markets, and we are deeply covering one specific topic every day of the week, 5 times a week. Top markets by volume and by open interest. The markets that are about to close. So if you want the last hour deal, you can check that as well.
Here we go.
At
The
the
daily
daily,
prediction on Substack. Sign up
yes,
there. And what we'll probably do is give anybody on there like early access to the platform when it
that's
goes
it.
live or when it goes into testnet. And yeah, that's it.
Yeah, and let's
Cool.
all have a great week this week, guys.
Let's not get absolutely mangled.
Yeah,
Let's be
please.
disciplined. Disciplined. Don't bet big unless you're very good at what you're doing.
Yes,
Um,
yes.
yeah. All right. See
Okay.
you later,
Have a
everybody.
good one, guys.
Ciao.
Bye bye.